More often than not, in reviewing a movie and talking to you about a film, it's easy kind of to know where to go. The good outweighs the bad, so maybe you want to see it. The bad outweighs the good, so maybe you want to stay away. And then there are these movies where they're mediocre movies, but not because everything's down the middle, but because some things are amazing and some things are just awful. That's the case with the movie For Greater Glory. There is, I want to say it's kind of a mediocre movie, but it's not. It's a movie that is at the same time incredible and amazing and wonderful and beautiful, and at the same time awful and poorly done and wretched and stay away. It's like, I really want you to go, and I also really want you to stay home. How does that make any sense? I don't know. I'm going to try to sort through it. Basically, this is a movie that tells a very interesting story, a true story from history about the Mexican War within itself, kind of a civil war or a governmental war with the church, with the Catholic Church specifically, and how there was a resistance and a rebellion that kind of arose from the Catholic Church. The Cristados, I think, is what they were called, and how that affected the country. And the story itself is one of the good things. This is a pretty incredible part of history to kind of look at and explore and figure out. Another good thing, we'll just stay on the good just for a second, within the story itself, is that it's willing to ask hard questions. It doesn't take the easy way out on a lot of these God versus politics questions. It doesn't tend to stray too far to one side or the other. It just simply asks the questions and allows you to make moral judgments on what you see on screen. It tries to kind of tell what happened and let you decide if you think that was morally good or morally reprehensible. Kind of leaves it in your lap, which I really love. I don't like it when everything's kind of put on a platter a lot of times. So there is good in that. Let's talk about the bad, and then we'll go back to the good, because I want to end on the good. The bad is, it is just really poorly put together, very poorly edited. There are jumps in this movie where you wonder, wait, where did we come from? What's going on? There are scenes in this movie where characters you thought had died earlier are all of a sudden alive, and you're going, wait, now, hold on. I don't, were you misleading me on purpose? Was that accidental? Was I not supposed to think they were dead? It just, the movie does not do a very good job at leading you along in giving you the information you need to know. It's very, very poorly put together, and because of that, it's tough to watch sometimes. It's tough to feel like you know where you are and what's supposed to be happening, and therefore tough to know how you feel. And if you can't feel, if you can't emotionally connect to the story, well, you're lost. So that's the awful part of it. I'll go back to some good to finish off with. The performances in this movie are actually pretty well done. I was surprised because I had heard that the performances in this movie were part of the negative part of For Greater Glory, that in portraying these people in politics and these generals in war, that they were way over the top, and I just didn't see that. I thought the performances themselves, Andy Garcia chief among them, were actually pretty good. I was drawn in. I believed them as characters. I think maybe what people are seeing is the way these performances were edited, the way they were put together. They're seeing the flaws in that and maybe translating it to the performances. I don't know, because what I saw was some really good acting, powerful story, powerful message about what you believe, what's worth dying for, what's worth taking a stand for, what's worth fighting for. Is pacifism, are you a pacifist, or are there things that are worth taking up violence for? All of those questions, it's great that it asks them. Unfortunately, it's just put together in this awful conglomeration. It's a mess of pieces that don't quite fit together, which is sad because the pieces themselves, pretty good.